السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان اللعين الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله الذي كان موجودا قبل حدوث الأشياء ويبقى بعد فناء الأشياء، تفرد بالأولية والقدم ووسم كل شيء ما عداه بالفناء والعدم. والذي قال كل من عليها فان ويبقى وجه ربك ذو الجلال والإكرام. والصلاة والسلام على سيد الأنام سيدنا ونبينا ومولانا أبي القاسم محمد وآله الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين، واللعنة الدائمة على أعدائهم أجمعين من الآن إلى يوم الدين. أما بعد، فقد قال الله في كتابه الكريم: بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. يا أيها الذين آمنوا كونوا قوامين بالقسط شهداء لله. صلوات. This is the last Friday of this Islamic calendar year, 1439. And also, it is the last Friday of Dhul Hijjah. And also, actually today, I'm going to conclude my very long discussion of Risalatul Huquq, that for several years we were discussing this very great and very amazing discourse on rights of Imam Zainul Abidin alayhi salatu salam, in which he has mentioned around 50 rights, and we discuss each of those rights that Imam had mentioned. And this is a discourse that if all human beings follow this, the earth will become paradise. Peace and justice will prevail. Because Imam starts with saying that you are surrounded by rights. Whenever you look and whenever you face, you will be facing something that you have to do. And it is called your responsibility, and it is somebody's right. Something or somebody, 50 rights that Imam had mentioned. So we are surrounded in our life by rights all around us. And this is what life is. And if we don't pay the right or violate any other, any right of somebody, somebody, it means we are not fulfilling our responsibility. Why? Because rights and responsibilities are interrelated, as we have discussed this many times. The last right that Imam had mentioned, last two, there were rights of community members, the people who share the same faith and same belief, and the rights of people who live in Muslim society. And they are called Ahlul Dhimma. They have some treaty with Muslims and the government, and they have the protection of Islamic State. They're called Ahlul Dhimma. So these two rights that Imam had mentioned, we discussed them and we are going to conclude them today. See, Imam Ali Amirul Mu'mineen alayhi salatu wasalam, his very famous saying from Nahjul Balagha that he had written to one of his governors can be presented as true conclusion of these two rights that we discussed, or we can say the all rights around us, human rights. Imam says that anyone that you see in the community or in the society, they are either akhun laka fi ddin, either they are your brothers in faith, aw nadhirun laka fil khalq, or they are similar to you in creation. That's it. There is no third one. If he is your brother in faith, so he has some rights on you as brother in faith, brother in Iman. But the one who is similar to you in creation, he also has a right on you because he is a human being. And all of us are children of Adam. So there is a brotherhood based on faith, and there is a brotherhood based on creation. So human brotherhood. This is what Islam is teaching us. And see how strong words Imam Al-Abidin al-Salam has used. Actually, the words belong to the Prophet of Islam, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. He says you cannot wrong anyone who is not a Muslim but living in a Muslim society. You cannot wrong him. You cannot do anything wrong with him. You cannot oppress him. He said, "Man ظلم معاهدا كنت خصمه." He says, whoever does anything wrong, any kind of oppression against the people of treaty, the people who are under the protection of Islamic State, and they are non-Muslims. They are not Muslims, but the state is Muslim. So if you do anything wrong with a non-Muslim, see the word what the Prophet is using here. He says, "Ana khasmuhu." I am going to be his opponent in the day of judgment. Whose opponent? He might be a Muslim who is wronging a non-Muslim. But the Prophet says, I will be against the person who is wronging, who is oppressing someone for no reason. So it means there are rights that we have to consider, and those people who have any kind of hatred against the people who don't believe in their faith for no reason, just because they are believing in another faith, this is not allowed in Islam. So this is one. One more significance of today is that 2 days ago, there was a very important day that passed. It's called Mubahila. And Mubahila was happened in Islamic history that I also referred in my khutbahs several times earlier. This also is somehow connected to our topic of rights of non-Muslims on us, how we should deal non-Muslims. So see how the Prophet has dealt with them. So Mubahala had happened on 24th of Dhul Hijjah, last week of the Islamic calendar, in which Christians who were living under protection of Islamic State, they were in very little minority, very small minority. And they were limited in one very small place called Najran. The entire Arabian Peninsula had become Muslim. And they were under the rule of Islam. And the Prophet was head of the state. He could force them to accept Islam, but he did not. Rather, he preferred to talk to them, speak with them. And originally, they came to speak with the Prophet. Otherwise, the Prophet did not go to them. They came to the Prophet to Medina to discuss with him about their religion. And after a long discussion, which is in Surah Al-Imran, around 60 ayat, 60 verses have been revealed on, more than 60, on this topic, in which the Prophet had given so many proofs and arguments that what we believe about Jesus is right. But they did not accept it. And they rejected all logical arguments. In the end, the Prophet could say that, listen, if you don't listening to us, then you have to now accept Islam whatsoever. Why? Because we are the powerful people here. The government is our government. Everyone has accepted Islam in this area. We don't tolerate you if you don't accept Islam. But he did not say a single word like this. Rather, he still gave them the choice. He said, listen, when you're coming for argument, we're doing this argument, you don't listen to this argument, and always you claim that you are very close to God, and you are supported by God, and God loves you, and you are on right path. So why don't we have a contest, a spiritual contest, right? No bloodshed, no fighting, no nothing. Because you are claiming the spirituality, we also claim the spirituality. Let's come to God and let Him decide. And this is what happened. That they said, okay, let's come. And the day of Mubahala, in the day of Mubahala, the Christians, they backed off. They did not do the contest. Why? Because they said that we see some faces that if they point towards the mountain might move from its place. They are so strong. If they ask God to move the mountain, God will move the mountain for them. So we see more spiritual people than us in front of us. They realize that, and they did not do the contest. Then what? What is the result? Did the Prophet say, okay, then now you have to accept Islam? He did not force them to accept Islam, even at this point. And they chose to remain Christian. And the Prophet says, fine. There is no problem. And they had a treaty. And based on that treaty, they lived peacefully in Islamic State with their own religion, even after long argument and backing off from the contest, but still the Prophet allowed them to remain. This is Mubahala, which was just 2 days ago. And it shows that how Muslims treat non-Muslims when they are in power, when Muslims are in power. And of course, we discuss also that when Muslims are in minority in a non-Muslim society, how they should behave and how they should live in such a society. All those we discussed. So this is Islam, Islam of peace and justice. Be just with yourself and with other people. This is the conclusion. Another significance of this Friday is that we are very close to a very important event that took place in Islamic history and cannot be forgotten ever. And it is the tragedy of Karbala. All around the world, Muslims commemorate this event, and it starts with the first day of Islamic calendar. Muharram is approaching, and 10th day of Muharram is very significant day for all of us, and we are preparing for Muharram. What we learn from Muharram is not one lesson. Lessons of life. Imam Husaini alayhi salam in single day, in one day, has given the humanity every single lesson that may ever be beneficial for them in their life. Everything, come, name anything. You will find it, anything good, of course, you will find it in Karbala. And on the other hand, his enemies, anything bad, anything evil, you will find it there. So it was a battle of good and evil, and at its peak. And really, if we need to just see that what are the most important lessons that we learn from Karbala, if we want to name few of them, so I think the first will come the sacrifice. The spirit of sacrifice. Most of the problems that you face in your life is because of lack of this spirit of sacrifice. Anywhere, in any place, in any field, sacrifice and spirit of sacrifice. Sacrifice means give up your rights. If, of course, it is beneficial for other people, to giving up your rights for the benefit of others. It's called sacrifice. And if we do that sacrifice, starting from our home to regular circle of our friends, to the community, and overall the society and global society, we'll see the results of sacrifice are tremendous. So sacrifice was at its peak in Karbala. Imam Hussein alayhi salam has given every single thing he had in his possession for the sake of Islam and humanity. And it is the greatest sacrifice ever in human history. So first thing we learn is spirit of sacrifice. And of course, this spirit of sacrifice teaches us another thing. And it is courage and bravery. Only brave people can sacrifice. Apparently people think if I sacrifice, if I compromise, if I give up my rights, it means I am weak. No, only strong people can offer sacrifice for the sake of other people. What benefit Imam Hussein had apparently for himself in this sacrifice? Nothing. For himself, he had nothing but Apparently, all those troubles and problems and whatever situations that he was facing. But yes, it was benefit for the truth, for reality, for Islam, and overall for human being. So these are the lessons that we learn from Karbala. One more thing that can benefit us from among the lessons in Karbala is called tawakkul, reliance. See how Imam Husaini alayhi salam came against the evil in what situation? What he had? 72 people. When he says 72 people, among these 72 you also count a child, an infant of 6 months, 6 months old. You count him among the army of Imam Husaini alayhi salam. Army. And you say there were 72 people. 72 people. And also you count Muslim the Awsaja, who was 80 years old. You count him also. But how strong they were, and how brave they were, and how really courageous people they were. So sacrifice, courage, and reliance on God, on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They knew that what they are doing, they were satisfied that what they are doing is right, and they can stand for that right to the end. And they can give their lives, their children's life, their family's life, and anything they have, they can give it for the sake of truth. Why? Because they had the reliance in Allah and they had strong faith. If the faith is weak, you become weak. As your faith becomes strong, you become strong, even in your regular life. See, some people are very quickly, they go under stress. Once they face anything, any problem, see them. It will appear in their faces. But if you have courage, if you have reliance in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, if you know that, look, the problems are part of life. If your iman is strong, why should go under stress? If you know that there is someone for you. For little things, we start complaining against Allah. Oh Allah, why this happened to me? Why this happened to me? But see, in Karbala, Imam Husaini alayhi salam, after giving everything he had, and he was the one who was chosen by God. He was Imam not by people. He was Imam appointed by Allah. He did not say a single word, that shows complaint. Oh Allah, why this is happening to me? You chose me. You made me Imam. I'm the one who is closest to you in the entire universe today. Why this happening to me? No, rather in the last moment of his life, he is saying, oh Allah, I promised, I fulfilled my promise. It's now time that you fulfill your promise. Great. And he was Imam. And I think we can, of course, keep speaking on Karbala. And inshallah, you will start hearing around the world millions of places. You will find millions of scholars will be speaking on Karbala, starting inshallah next week, or this week originally, few days later. Around the globe, everywhere, in every place, people are going to speak about Hussein, Karbala, Karbala. Scholars, poets, people. Everybody is going to speak. No end. But if you ask me that what is the peak of the entire event and everything that happened in Karbala, is there anything that I can present as peak of this great sacrifice, which was peak of other sacrifices in the world, in the history? So I would say yes, there are many things, but one thing is really amazing. Totally amazing. And something that unbelievable, but it is true. Apparently everything in Karbala is unbelievable, but there are certain things. One of them that I'm going to mention now is the courage and the iman. Just I was speaking about sacrifice and bravery and courage and iman and reliance on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. All those things, if you want to see them in one place, you will see in someone who is not an imam, who is not even a man. Women, usually they are soft-hearted, right? But the courage of a woman in Karbala, courage of Janab Zainab Salamullah alayha. So see all those things, again, sacrifice, courage, iman, tawakkul, reliance on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, strong faith, all together in one sentence. And this is what I look to it is the top, the peak of all the prophets have done. Starting from Adam to the Prophet to Imam Hussein, it is peak of everything. Practically, of course, speak. How? When Janab Zainab Salamullah alayha, you know the story. When she was taken captive and she was presented in front of Ibn Ziyad, the governor of Kufa, the most brutal governor in human history. When he saw her, what did he say? To just tease her, he said, "Did you see what God has done to your brother?" See? In this situation, what she should say, a woman who has lost her brother, not one brother, brothers, several brothers were killed, 2 kids, their own, her own children, nephews, the whole family, the entire family was, killed by him, by this person who is now speaking to her and saying, "See what God has done." She's supposed to say, "No, God didn't do it. You did it. Or she could start weeping and crying. Rather, she said one sentence. This is the peak, as I said, of the whole Islam. She said, "Ma ra'aytu illa jamila." I did not see from God but beautiful. Whatever I saw from God was beautiful. Come on, this Karbala was beautiful. She wanted to tell him, look, first of all, it is not from God. It's you guys did it. But if you think it is from God, everything is from God, yes. When it is from God, then it is beautiful. Even if it is such, a situation in which nobody will call it even good, leave alone Jamila, beautiful. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is. So this cannot be said without strongest faith. Where she is speaking from, what level she is speaking, what message she is giving. So everything, if from God, is beautiful, even if it is Karbala. From God, it's beautiful. All my brothers were killed, it's fine. It's from God, from God. So I did not see from God, but beautiful. This sentence is the conclusion of the entire teachings of all prophets of Islam. And true humanity, true message of Karbala. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us tawfiq and ability to increase in our knowledge in coming days and be able to, inshallah, fulfill our responsibilities towards this great sacrifice of Imam Hussein alayhi salam. إن أحسن الحديث وأبلغ الموعظة كتاب الله. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. والعصر إن الإنسان لفي خسر إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا ونبينا ومولانا أبي القاسم محمد وآله الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين واللعنة الدائمة على أعدائهم أجمعين من الآن إلى يوم الدين. أوصيكم عباد الله ونفسي بتقوى الله. ألا قد أمركم الله في محكم كتابه بالصلاة على نبيه وحبيبه، فقال تعليما لكم وتشريفا لصفيه: إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. اللهم صل على سيدنا ونبينا ومولانا أبي القاسم محمد وعلى أمير المؤمنين مولانا علي بن أبي طالب وعلى سيدة نساء العالمين فاطمة بنت رسول الله وعلى الحسن المجتبى والحسين الشهيد بكربلاء وعلي بن الحسين ومحمد بن علي وجعفر بن محمد وموسى بن جعفر وعلي بن موسى ومحمد بن علي وعلي بن محمد والحسن بن علي العسكري اللهم صل على مولانا صاحب الزمان ماحي آثار البدع والطغيان هادم أبنية الشرك والنفاق حاصد فروع الغي والشقاق اللهم عجل فرجه وسهل مخرجه واكحل ناظرنا بنظرة منا إليه واجعلنا ممن يذكر فتنفعه الذكرى إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الله أكبر الله أكبر. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله، أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله، أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. أشهد أن عليا ولي الله. أشهد أن عليا حجة الله. حي على الصلاة، حي على الصلاة، حي على الفلاح، حي على الفلاح، حي على خير العمل، حي على خير العمل. قد قامت الصلاة، قد قامت الصلاة. الله أكبر الله أكبر. لا إله إلا الله. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، الرحمن الرحيم، مالك يوم الدين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم، صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. يسبح لله ما في السماوات وما في الأرض، الملك القدوس العزيز الحكيم. هو الذي بعث في الأميين رسولا منهم يتلو عليهم آياته ويزكيهم ويعلمهم الكتاب والحكمة وإن كانوا من قبل لفي ضلال مبين. وآخرين منهم لما يلحقوا بهم وهو العزيز الحكيم. ذلك فضل الله يؤتيه من يشاء والله ذو الفضل العظيم. مثل الذين حملوا التوراة ثم لم يحملوها كمثل الحمار يحمل أسفارا، بئس مثل القوم الذين كذبوا بآيات الله والله لا يهدي القوم الظالمين. قل يا أيها الذين هادوا إن زعمتم أنكم أولياء لله من دون الناس فتمنوا الموت إن كنتم صادقين ولا يتمنونه أبدا بما قدمت أيديهم والله عليم بالظالمين. قل إن الموت الذي تفرون منه فإنه ملاقيكم ثم تردون إلى عالم الغيب والشهادة فينبئكم بما كنتم تعملون. يا أيها الذين آمنوا إذا نودي للصلاة من يوم الجمعة فاسعوا إلى ذكر الله وذروا البيع ذلكم خير لكم إن كنتم تعلمون. فإذا قضيت الصلاة فانتشروا في الأرض وابتغوا من فضل الله واذكروا الله كثيرا لعلكم تفلحون. وإذا رأوا تجارة أو لهوا انفضوا إليها وتركوك قائما. قل ما عند الله خير من اللهو ومن التجارة والله خير الرازقين. الله أكبر. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. اللهم كن لوليك الحجة ابن الحسن صلواتك عليه وعلى آبائه في هذه الساعة وفي كل ساعة وليا وحافظا وقائدا وناصرا ودليلا وعينا حتى تسكنه أرضك طوعا وتمتعه فيها طويلا. رب صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجه واحشرنا معهم. الله أكبر. سبحان ربي العظيم وبحمده. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. سبحان ربي الأعلى وبحمده. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. الله أكبر. استغفر الله ربي وأتوب إليه. الله أكبر. سبحان ربي الأعلى وبحمده. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. الله أكبر. بحول الله وقوته أقوم وأقعد. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. كذلك الله ربي. الله أكبر. سبحان ربي العظيم وبحمده. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. سمع الله لمن حمده. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. اللهم إنا نرغب إليك في دولة كريمة تعز بها الإسلام وأهله وتذل بها النفاق وأهله وتجعلنا فيها من الدعاة إلى طاعتك والقادة إلى سبيلك وترزقنا بها كرامة الدنيا والآخرة بجاه محمد وعترته الطاهرة. الله أكبر. سبحان ربي الأعلى وبحمده. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. الله أكبر. استغفر الله ربي وأتوب إليه. الله أكبر. سبحان ربي الأعلى وبحمده. يا لطيف ارحم عبدك الضعيف. رب صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجهم. الله أكبر. الحمد لله. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. السلام عليك أيها النبي ورحمة الله وبركاته. السلام علينا وعلى عباد الله الصالحين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجه.
أسألك باسمك العظيم الأعظم أن ترزقني رزقا وسعيا حلالا طيبا برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل في بسم الله. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بسم الله الرحمن
Assalamu alaikum mu'mineen. A few announcements for the upcoming days. Tonight, inshallah, from 7 to 10, we have a cleanup effort at Husaini, preparing for Ayam Aza. So 7 to 10 this evening. Inshallah, we'll have a pizza after that, after we break some sweat. And tomorrow at 5:30, inshallah, we have a Salat Fajr followed by Tafsir and breakfast, as we have most Saturdays in the year. And tomorrow evening, it's a very, very important program. We have the reenactment of Karbala by the Sunday school and other children. They have worked very hard, so it starts at 7 tomorrow evening. So I would encourage you to pass the word around. We have sent emails and texts. So please attend that reenactment. It will be, inshallah, on the stage in the old building. So 7 o'clock tomorrow evening on Saturday. Please ask your friends and family to attend as well. Inshallah, there'll be tabarruk served after the reenactment. And then we have the Sunday school on Sunday. Ayam-e-Aza are starting, inshallah, the majlis on Monday night onwards. So I believe the email for that has gone out, and inshallah the whole schedule will also be published in the next couple of days. So if you have any questions on any of these programs, please approach me after the Salat today. Thank you, and inshallah once again I want to re-emphasize the reenactment of Karbala play tomorrow. The students have worked very hard, the children. Please attend. Thank you. Salawat.
हम इसे उर्दू में भी कह दें आप हजरात से कि ज़रूर इसमें शिरकत कीजिएगा। बच्चों ने बहुत मेहनत की है, आप देखें आकर कि वो किस अंदाज से करबला को प्रैक्टिकली आपके सामने पेश करने की कोशिश करेंगे। बहुत एक अच्छा प्रोग्राम है, उसमें आप हजरात ज़रूर शिरकत कीजिएगा। कल 7 बजे नहीं सवीन साबिक़न। तो और इनमें अक्सर जो डायरेक्टर्स हैं वो हैं जो इससे पहले काफ़ी अरसे पहले इन्होंने इससे पहले भी इसको पेश किया था, उसकी में अब वो माशाल्लाह ख़ुद डायरेक्टर हैं बच्चे। औज़ु बिल्लाहि मिनश शैतानिर रजीम, बिस्मिल्लाहिर रहमानिर रहीम।